Huge amounts of money are moving around behind the scenes. Some people think that BlackRock and other big names in crypto have a lot to do with these deals. This claim isn't just a guess. There are real signs to back it up. Get ready, because the price of Shiba Inu is about to go on an exciting trip that you can't predict. That being said, I did the most in-depth study you will find on the internet. So make sure you watch this movie all the way through. Now that we've said that, let's get to the point. Nota bene, Shiba Inu has seen an unexpected rise in the last 24 hours, with a huge influx of nearly 5 trillion Shiba Inu tokens into the wallets of big users, also known as whales. Some people think that BlackRock might be behind these trades because they are getting ready for the approval of a crypto ETF, which is due in less than a month. That's more for another time. Data from Into the Block's big holders inflow metric that is stored on the blockchain shows this rise compares to the previous day and shows an amazing 375 rise. When looking at how Shiba Inu coins move, it's important to note that, according to Into the Block's method, only addresses that hold at least 0.1 of the current Shiba Inu supply are taken into account. You should know by now that factoring only takes into account having at least 0.1 to the current supply of Shiba Inu into the calculations is a smart. This limit makes sure that the research only looks at addresses with large holdings, leaving out addresses with small amounts of tokens that might not have a big effect on how the market works. By focusing on bigger holders, the study learns more about how and why important players in the Shiba Inu ecosystem act and make decisions. Large buyers often have more control over market trends, and what they do can tell us a lot about how the market as a whole feels. Furthermore, this way lessens the effect of small transactions or speculative activities that could change the overall picture of Shiba Inu token movement. The 0.1 threshold makes sure that only addresses with a real stake in the coin are looked at. This gives a more accurate picture of trends that are likely to have a big impact on the market. It looks like the biggest holders of tokens are now carefully gathering large amounts. But this doesn't always mean that growth is expected right away, and this is where things get interesting. If you're involved in cryptocurrencies, you may already know how important it is to be careful and not simply follow what whales do. While following the moves of big players can help you understand market trends, it's important to keep in mind that their strategies might not fit your risk tolerance or financial goals. Because they have such large stocks, whales can change the mood of the market and make smaller investors react. But their reasons for doing business and the circumstances of their deals may not always be clear. Following the moves of whales without fully understanding how the market works and your own personal risk factors can lead to choices that aren't well thought out. All of that would make sense if I hadn't told you the next BlackRock news. Recently, Michael Novogratz, CEO of Galaxy Digital, an asset management company with over $2.05 billion in assets under their care, gave an interview. This makes it clear that Michael Novogratz is not new to crypto and making statements. Yesterday, he talked about what he thought about the current state of the Bitcoin market, with a focus on Bitcoin. Novogratz talked about how Bitcoin's value has grown by an amazing 150 in the last year. He said that the Federal Reserve's stimulative monetary policy was to blame for this rise. When Novogratz talked about Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, he said he was sure that spot Bitcoin ETFs would be approved before January 10. Just to quickly review, a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund is a type of money that lets buyers profit from changes in the price of Bitcoin by buying and selling shares on stock markets. The approval of a Bitcoin ETF is important because it makes it easier for more people to use cryptocurrencies, increases liquidity, and draws institutional investors. This helps the cryptocurrency market mature within traditional financial systems. So, Michael Novogratz drew attention to how important this date, January 10, was by pointing out possible law consequences, and thought that this kind of approval would give the already strong Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market even more boost. What does it have to do with Shiba Inu, though? What does all of that have to do with the Shiba Inu whale moves we talked about a minute ago? Let's find out. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's approval of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund is likely to have a big effect on the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. In the first place, it's a big step towards Bitcoin becoming a widely accepted and used financial asset class. This regulatory approval is likely to bring in institutional investors who were hesitant to get into the cryptocurrency market before because of the lack of legal certainty. Large amounts of money are likely to flood into the Bitcoin market because institutional buyers are now buying more, and an ETF makes it easier for more people to buy Bitcoin. As more people want to buy Bitcoin, its price is likely to go up a lot. It could get so high that it could be called a crazy surge. Additionally, the cryptocurrency market often sees a pattern where the values of other cryptocurrencies, like Shiba Inu, move very closely in line with Bitcoin. People often call this development Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin is getting more attention and its value is going up. Buyers may look into other digital assets to diversify their holdings. The rise in market interest and business activity tends to be good for not only Bitcoin, but also other big altcoins like Shiba Inu, which caused the whole Bitcoin market to go up. And you should understand this. Selling and getting Bitcoin ETF shares costs money, and the companies that offer these funds make a lot of money from those fees. If the expected demand for a Bitcoin ETF comes true, these asset management companies have a strong reason to look into other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin. By having a wider range of cryptocurrencies, they can reach a bigger market and attract investors who are interested in different types of digital assets. Adding more cryptocurrencies to the ETFs, like Shiba Inu, is in line with the fact that investors' tastes are becoming more varied in the cryptocurrency space. A diversified cryptocurrency ETF portfolio may be useful for investors who want to bet on a number of different blockchain projects and coins. In addition, if you add other coins to Bitcoin, you might be able to attract more investors. This could lead to more trading, which means that asset management firms will make more money from fees. Everything that was said makes sense, but the question is still the same. What does it matter that Shiba Inu whales have been moving around lately? Okay, let me explain. Going back to the Shiba Inu whale activities we talked about earlier, most people in the Shiba community think that these noticeable whale movements are planned moves to get ready for a possible ETF approval. Coming up in less than a month, the rumor is that these whales are carefully buying up Shiba Inu tokens before the expected ETF approval because they think that demand will rise and the price will go up. The community thinks that these whales are trying to get cheap coins before the ETF is approved so that they can take advantage of any possible rise in Shiba Inu's value. Additionally, if you have been following this channel for a while, you should already know about the big news that the Shiba Inu project is planning to share soon. Because of this, buying a lot of Shiba Inus while they are still cheap might be a smart move. But it's important not to take this as advice about money. Do your own study before you believe anything. If you remember, Satoshi Kusama, the main creator of Shiba Inu, just recently made a big announcement about how he was going to change the whole internet. To really understand why today's announcement is so important, one must ask, what is Web3? Was written in a tweet. What does Web3 promise? That's a better question. This is a clear reference to a part of decentralization that the internet doesn't have right now. And the Shiba Inu lead creator is a leader in changing the whole internet into a whole new place. Moving to Web3 is a step towards a decentralized internet, where users have more control over their data and how they connect with others. Blockchain technology is at the heart of many Web3 apps. It makes transactions clear and trustworthy and helps create a more fair digital ecosystem. This new way of thinking about the internet puts user privacy, data control, and interoperability at the top of the list. It goes against the centralized models, Weebone and Web2. This means that Web3 offers better security, less reliance on middlemen, and giving users the power to use decentralized applications. Cryptocurrency and communication between people. In my previous videos, I talked about this groundbreaking project by Shiba Inu's lead creator. If you want to see them, click on the link in the description. This video has now come to an end. If you liked the video, please click like and let us know what you thought in the comments. This really helps me understand how YouTube works. Also, please tell as many people as you can about this movie. Let people know about this news.